What's up? It's Deborah Watts, and we are here with the beautiful, lovely Kate Steiner. It is such an honor.
Hi, Deborah. Nice to be here. Thank you for interviewing me. I feel very honored.
Oh my goodness, the honor and the pleasure is all mine. Oh wow. Okay, I didn't want to overstate your introduction, but I am honestly, I just view you as like a gold mine when it comes to listening to your authentic voice, your inner voice. So let's
Thank you.
Let's get started because I'm so excited about this interview.
Okay, let's do it.
So, tell us a bit about you. So, where you work out of, what you do, how your work makes an impact, your mission.
Okay, yeah. Well, at the moment, I'm based in Vienna, in Austria, which is amazing, by the way. Such a beautiful place. And I'm an artist and a yoga teacher. And I create yoga centric portraits that try to capture the unique beauty of each individual person. Now, this person doesn't necessarily have to um, be practicing yoga as such. It's more about the energy of the person that I try to connect with. Excuse me, during my sessions. And what I'm trying to do is inspire people to see and then accept and then celebrate their unique beauty. Um, because as the lovely guy on your last interview said, everybody is completely unique and everybody's different, and that's what I'm trying to capture with my work. I'm trying to capture the uniqueness in people and their incredible beauty. It doesn't matter what the physical form looks like. It doesn't matter what if they're doing a yoga pose, it doesn't matter what it looks like or how deep they can get into that particular pose. It's the it's the radiant beauty that they are exuding simply by being themselves, and that is what I try to capture with my artwork.
Wow, that is amazing. And the video, which will be posted shortly, we had some technical challenges there, but it'll be up, I'm sure, by the time most people see this recording. Definitely captures, I mean, I love your work. It captures so much of the essence of people.
Yeah, and I believe that there is so much, like in our society today, there is so much pressure on people to be and act and look a certain way, and especially in our, I mean, even in yoga, there's body shaming, there is competition, there's striving, there's forcing. People force themselves and their bodies into positions that they're simply not ready for, that their bodies are not ready to achieve. And I think this is really celebrated somehow in a lot of fitness cultures, this pushing, this
Mhm.
forcing, this blasting through limits and things, when in fact the beauty arises when you can go to your edge and feel it and honor yourself and honor your body. And in all yoga, that's basically the you know that's basically the message. Well, that's the message of the yoga, the tradition that I was taught in anyway. You go to your edge and you find out where your boundary is for that day, because every day it changes,
Yes.
and you honor that, and you just you gently work with things instead of forcing and pushing. And that's what I'm trying to celebrate people's bodies no matter where they are
Yes.
on the road. You know what I mean?
I mean, that is so true. I did a video not too long ago about hair and how my hair never falls in the same way 2 days in a row, and
Yeah.
how, just accepting that was a big deal. Yeah?
Yeah,
It's the
right?
same thing. I resonate so much with your message. It's a perfect metaphor of exactly what it is I work to do. So we're doing the same work
Cool.
in different ways. That's
Yes, we are.
awesome. So please share a fun fact about you that most people don't know.
Oh, okay. A fun fact about me. Um, Okay, I actually really enjoy horror movies. For someone who's supposed to be all zen, like a yoga teacher, I really love horror movies. I like, but not the gory ones where people get like tortured and chopped up. I don't like that. I like the spooky ones with ghosts and, this kind of thing. And I really enjoy swearing. I think
Okay.
adding a swear word into a sentence can really help to make your point, and it's just funny to see the shock on people's faces sometimes. I think I'm a bit naughty.
Well, thank you for sharing.
No
um,
problem.
so whose persona most influences you, or personas? Um, any one person or several individuals that come to mind that have influenced your work both as an individual and as an artist or as a teacher?
There's so many, but two I can think of straight away, and one is the incredible yoga teacher Dana Falsetti. She is busting stereotypes with her yoga. She is an incredible instructor, and she is constantly putting out on Facebook and Instagram messages of accepting and embracing yourself just the way you are. She is just awesome. And there's another really incredible lady that I'm following. She's an artist, and she is called Kimberly Farrell. She's based in the States, and she creates portraits of young women. And her story is that growing up with two teenage daughters, she began to become a little bit disturbed about how Instagram, they were posting photos to Instagram all the time, and they were, sexualizing themselves in order to get noticed rather than celebrating their strength and, because they're into sports and things, and rather than celebrating their athletic achievements and their strengths, they were just sexualizing themselves just to get likes. So she created these incredible portraits of these young women in strong, dynamic poses that she's done on these square canvases to sort of mimic the Instagram square photo thing. And she's just amazing. She creates these incredible portraits of these women. They exude strength and capability and independence, and her portraits, they're just fantastic. And that's kind of what I'm going for now. After seeing her stuff, I'm like, cool, steal like an artist, eh? Maybe I will.
Wow. Oh my goodness. That is awesome. Oh wow. I gotta check
Yeah,
out.
she's
You said her
incredible.
name was what again?
Her name is Kimberly Farrell. That's
Kimberly Flynn. Okay.
Ferrell.
I gotta check out
Kimberly
her work.
Farrell. Yeah, she does these really cool portraits. I mean, they're quite simple, but it's just the women, it's just these young girls, but it's like what they're doing, they're just strong and dynamic and awesome. The way women are, yeah, the way women are.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you. So, what made you choose? I heard a little bit of it there, but tell me a little bit more about what made you choose yoga portraits and the medium that you chose to do your work. Because obviously, like we were just saying, we're doing the same work, but we chose different mediums. So, what made you choose yours?
Well, I've always loved the form of the body. I've always found people and the shapes and the things that they can do with their bodies to be so fascinating. And I've always loved, even since I was really small, I've always loved drawing the human figure. Um, and when I started to practice yoga, I really discovered that yoga gives you such an incredible insight into yourself, and it helps you to bring out all of the kind of the emotions and the stresses and the traumas and things that you've been through in the past that have manifested themselves in your body. Because just as Abdiel was saying on your interview the other day, our bodies hold so much stress and tension in certain places, and yoga helps you actually to face that and to accept it, and then to embrace it, and then to celebrate it. Because it really does happen in that order. You have to accept, then you can embrace, then you can celebrate. That's, and yoga really helps you to connect with these things, and helps you to overcome slowly by this 3-step process. And so always being fascinated with the body, and then learning about yoga, and always having this background of art and loving to draw the figure and loving to draw the body, and just I get so connected with the people when I draw them. I draw them with my hands, and because I use charcoal, and I find myself, sculpting them with my hands. It's such an incredible process, and it's sort of, it's built from this love of the figure, love of the body, and wanting to confront my own emotional traumas and things, and doing that through yoga, and then wanting to connect other people with their own incredible ability to overcome things. Because your body is, everybody's body has its own scars and its own shape and its own form, and it's all a testament to what you've lived through and how you've grown, and I just want to share my passion with people for themselves. I want to show people how, just look at how incredible you are. Just look at all the things that you've done and overcome and been through, and look, you're still here, and you're still radiant, and you're still incredible. So it's sort of built from my own experiences then, and then me wanting to share that with others. So yeah, it kind of came from that.
That
Did that answer your question? I'm not really sure. Yes. I think I just went off on a rant.
No, is your connection. I that's what I heard. Your connection to the people that you illustrate. So
yeah,
I find that to be just, I could go off on my own tangent, so I'm not going to. Because I remember just recently when I had first reached out to you regarding my shoulders, and going to Pilates studio and feeling this resistance in my shoulders, and just the pure wisdom that you poured into my body without even being here physically present, and just understanding what I needed to do and what I needed to ask, and how I needed to approach the situation was just, it was so healing. It was so cathartic. I was literally in tears reading your response.
Oh, I'm so happy for you. I'm glad you found something out,
Yeah, I felt your connection. It wasn't just something where it was like, okay, this is some good advice. No, I felt the heart. I felt the love that you poured into me through the words. And I think that is just so amazing when you have that gift and you're sharing it in such a beautiful way. That's such a gift to the world. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm really trying. I'm really trying to just show people how incredible they are. I want people to, become radiant beings as they were intended to be, and not squash anything down or hold anything back, or, just be authentic. That's it. Basically, our message.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So, how about for yourself too? So, I know you had said that you had found, this wisdom, and then you wanted to share it. But it's also kind of like a kind of interwoven dynamic, right? So, the more you do something, then the more it also informs you about what you are. So, tell me, how has your art really influenced what I call your authenticity tapping, or even getting more true or more understanding of your core? How has your art helped you? So you've spoken about how it helped you to connect with others, but how has it helped you in connecting with yourself?
Oh, good question. Yeah. In 2015, I went through a period of quite dramatic depression,
Mm.
and this stemmed from traumatic things that happened in childhood and things like that. And I somehow had reached a point in my life where I felt safe and somehow secure, and my subconscious kicked up all these things that I needed to deal with that I hadn't
Yes.
dealt with, you know. So it became quite. I started to get incredible panic attacks, and I started to get very down, very depressed. And at the same time, I was going through university, so I was having to do all these projects and do all these, this artwork for uni. And one of the projects that I had to do was to connect with a potential sort of client. I put that in inverted commas because we weren't getting paid for that. We had to offer our services for free as part of the project. And I decided to work with a charity in England that helps survivors of the kind of trauma that I'd been through to move into recovery and healing. And I started to create these, graphic images and things like that. And then I stood back and I thought, hang on a second, the one that's going through this is me. I'm I'm having to deal with this stuff now. Why am I drawing other people? I need to be drawing myself. In that way, when I draw myself and I show to other survivors that everybody goes through this same process, and the illustrator herself has even been through this same process. She suffered all through the same things, and she can empathize with, because these series of illustrations were going to be put into a book that would help survivors to move into recovery. And the charity actually gave me full creative reign to do whatever I wanted. So I created a series of self-portraits, and this process of actually drawing my own grief and my own depression and my own moving out of that and moving into radiance and moving into authenticity and creating these images. They're very simple, most of them. They're, it's really just a simple portrait, but it was so cathartic and so enlightening, and to be able to see myself reflected in this way actually helped me to step back from the chaos and the trauma and the depression in my mind. That actually helped me to step back and view myself from a different perspective. And then I was able to think, wow, man, I'm amazing. Look at these things that look at these things that I've come through, and and this was the whole process, the catalyst that actually spurred me towards making yoga portraiture and helping people to access their own radiance, because to have a portrait drawn can be an incredibly cathartic process. It can,
Yes.
I mean, I'm not saying it can heal traumas or anything like that. This was my specific way of dealing with it as an artist. But to have somebody connect with you, even if, for me, I was connecting with myself, which was desperately needed. It can be very real to look at yourself like that and to see how incredible you actually are. It can be something that can literally bring people to tears when you show them a portrait of themselves and you say, look at you, look at how amazing you are, look at this incredible person you are, look at how radiant you are. It can move people to tears. And this is how it grew, from me actually connecting with myself in this way and bringing myself through, so yeah, that's where that comes from.
Wow, that is beautiful. That is beautiful. So I think I got the message, but if you want to say one more time for us, what if people were to remember one thing from our conversation today, what is the biggest thing that you want us to take away from it?
Oh, wow. I think I would just want people to know that it is absolutely okay to feel whatever you're feeling. You know, I think a lot of the time people get so stressed with their own emotions. You know, they think to themselves, I shouldn't be feeling this, I shouldn't be feeling that, and they question and you know, and that's something that I did a lot. And this portraiture process actually helped me to accept myself and accept that whatever I'm feeling about something, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay to be a little angry. It's okay to be a little stressed. It's okay to be, once you accept your own emotions, then you can begin to work with them and you can begin to like, okay, I am this right now. It's okay. Now I can work with it because I've accepted it. So I think just don't worry about it, guys. It will pass like a cloud in the sky. Just accept it the way it is right now and let it pass by. It
And
will
I
eventually.
agree, because that's actually hard for a lot of people to do, because it's
I
like you're like,
know.
okay, I'm not supposed to be sad. I'm supposed to be happy, happy.
Yeah.
And the reason I found it to be so true, that once I just was like, yeah, I'm ticked off right now and I'm okay with that. That's where I am in this moment in time. That's when I got happier, because I was no
Yes.
longer in so much resistance.
Yes, exactly. It's like when you fight against your own emotions, it becomes a struggle,
Yeah.
and then you're struggling against yourself, and you are immensely strong. You can fight and you can struggle, and you're fighting with somebody. You're fighting with an unbeatable opponent right there.
Yes.
So yeah, just that's exactly what happened, and this exactly what happened when I was going through this period of depression. I was not accepting that I was sad, because everything in my life was pointing to the fact that I should be happy.
Okay.
So as soon as I accepted, yeah, I'm sad and this is the process I'm going through, then I was able to, yeah, accept and deal and work with and flow with. Yeah. So that's my message for today. I
That's
tend to go off on
awesome.
tangents. I'm sorry.
No, no, absolutely not. Don't apologize. So, I guess the last question I have for you is, what's your latest? What are you currently working on, and how can we find out more or support you if we can? What's going on in your world right now?
Oh, okay. Well, you can find my art stuff and all the projects that I'm working on at katesteiner.com. And recently, I've got a new sort of project in the making, and that was. I think I've been told by about 20 people that I should write a book, because I've traveled a lot and I've had these crazy these crazy experiences. And whenever I tell people one of my many anecdotes, they say, "God, you should write a book." So I started writing down my travel anecdotes. In as a part of my katesteiner.com website, and you can find my travel blog there. And I'm connecting the two things, so I'm connecting my art with yoga, and I'm also connecting my travel anecdotes with a more sort of yogic slant as well. So yeah, I'm doing that, and you can find my artwork and things at katesteiner.com, and then you'll see there's a link to my travel blog, and you can go there and have a read if you feel like it. If you
Oh,
feel
and
like a laugh.
I highly recommend that you do, because I just read a couple of your little stories and I was laughing
Really? Ah,
and I
cool.
loved it. It was just hilarious, and at the same time it was just so endearing. Like, I just, again, you just have this power, both with the spoken word and with the written word. I'm like, you're just multi-gifted here, but I
Thank
just
you.
connect to you so quickly and so easily, and it just feels like amazing that I only met you last year, because I feel like I've known you for years already.
I know,
Because we've
right?
just connected so strongly. So, definitely I encourage everyone watching this to check it out. And
Cool.
with that, what I will say is, you are inside the challenge, right? You're in the challenge with us. Kate?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah. Sign up, everyone. It's
Kate and I
awesome.
would love for you to join us in the challenge. We are kicking it off today, actually.
Yeah.
It's going to be really fun. We've got a really fun live group there right now, and it's cozy. I like smaller groups because then you get a chance to really get to know everyone better than if it's a gigantic group. It just feels like, you're lost in the sauce. So this is an
I
excellent
know.
opportunity to get to know other people who share this passion and who also are there to be supportive of you. Your true self. You don't have to hide or pretend to be anything you're not. So we really hope you join us and check out Kate's website. It is gorgeous. And check out the video that I have posted here, probably be right after this one, with just a little sampling of some of her work. It's just absolutely breathtaking. And I really hope you connect with this lovely lady and keep her as a part of your go-to resources, because she is definitely a well of wisdom. And there will be a day when she won't have time for you anymore. So now that she's actually got some accessibility, you better get on the wagon there.
Oh, thank you so much, Deborah.
Thank you.
I feel built up.
Aw, the honor is all mine. I'm going to check one time here to see if I have any questions live, but it is pretty early over here. So I'm
Yeah.
thinking people are either at work or still waking up, like over here. But let me just see if anybody has asked any questions.
Okay, go ahead.
Mm, I do not see any, but what will probably happen is later on today we'll get a bunch of comments, I'm sure. So once people get a chance to watch the recording of it. So
Cool.
with that, I am so grateful for your time. We are right on time, right on schedule here. So
I know, we've done it. Amazing.
yes, thank you so much. I am so grateful to you.
Thank
And
you, Deborah. Thanks for having me. It's been a real pleasure. I hope everyone, gets on board and joins in because I think what you're doing is incredible. This
aw,
connection of people that we've got is just, it's brilliant what you're doing here. I love it.
thank you. Thank you. We all have our different gifts, and as long as we're using them, the world is a better place, right?
Yeah.
So until the next time, thank you for watching, and we're going to sign off now. Toodles. Take care.
Bye.